Hello and welcome to Rise for Nigeria channel. Please subscribe if you're yet to, and visit us on risefornigeria.com for more content. All right, so let's talk about the International Youth Day that took place this past week, and multiple people came out to give their thoughts and advice to young people. And former President Obasanjo was actually one of them. It was encouraging young people to take power from the older ones. All right, so there's plenty to talk about there. Just some years back, I don't have the actual statistics right now, but the National Population Commission in Nigeria said that the young people between the ages of 15 and 34 accounted for about 50% of the Nigerian population. So at a minimum, that tells us that the majority of people in Nigeria are young people. So that you say young people from 18 to 29, 18 to 35, however you break it up, majority of Nigerians are young people. They're in that young, bracket. And obviously, we continue to see that young people are not the ones in power. In fact, those that continue to lead us at the presidential level, you don't have anyone. There's no one who was born in the 70s. Actually, no one was born in the 60s who has reason to become president of Nigeria, and that's a shame. That says a lot about Nigeria as a nation. So I just a few things I would like to share about this. First of all, to the elders, those people who are in the older bracket, or those people who have power today. You're saying young people come out and take power. Well, first of all, I want to say this, that if you are an elder or you're in a position of power, ask yourself, how many people have you mentored? How many young people have you mentored? See, you want them to take power, but you're not even preparing them for power. Right? So how many young people are you mentoring, or did you mentor when you were in power? So when President Obasanjo says young people take power, how many young people did he put in position when he was in power, so that today, we have a wide group of people that you can pick from to say, hey, you can be president too, you can be governor too. So that's a question our elders need to ask themselves. And if they're not doing it, you can start now. Start mentoring young people. Put them in position of authority. Allow them to do things that give them responsibilities that could allow them to one day, be in a position to take power. So those are some things that can be done. So allow them to have experience. Also, and I want to say this to our elders, because I think it's a cultural thing. Stop treating young adults as children. When I want us to really see what's happening in the world today, you see a lot of young people. Mark Zuckerberg, right, the founder, the CEO of Facebook, he was in his 20s when he started Facebook, and he was running it. He's still running it. He's only in his 30s, probably 35 right now. And he's been running Facebook, for about a decade, or if not longer now. So how is it that someone like that, that age bracket, can lead something that major? But in Nigeria, when a person, in that age bracket even speaks, elders will say you can't even, you shouldn't even speak. Let the elders talk. Right? That thing needs to stop. Young people should be given a voice. Their voices should be valued. Stop treating them like children. Stop making them see themselves also as children. Because when the society continues to tell, people of a certain age bracket, yes, the elders are always wiser than you. That's true. But the young people have a lot of energy. They have ideas. Allow them to step in. So stop treating them like children. Stop talking to them like children. And one other thing that our elders can do is to stop this sit tight syndrome. Nigerian elders, whatever it is, either religious or the politics, our elders they don't give up power easily. They don't. In Nigeria and Africa in general. That's why you see, again, people who are in their 70s, 80s, they are not giving up their position. Well, how will the young grow if you continue to sit tight in power? Many of these elders, again, they should be out there, they should be in a position where they are advising those in power, right? But many of them are no longer, they have lost touch with the current generation. They are not connected with their ideas, they're not connected with the things that those young people care about. And yet they continue to stay in power. You see, you look at the developed world, what happens, you see a lot of the younger people, after a while, they allow the younger people to step in. They retire, they push the younger people into positions of authority, right? So that way they can also bring in their bright ideas. They see things differently. It's not because they don't see it from, oh, the elders are the ones that always see things right. No, they see that as young people have their ideas can be very different. So let's allow that voice to be heard. But when our leaders continue to sit tight, again, from politics to religion to all of them, right? And you are not moving from your position, I mean, how will the young grow? So our elders also need to stop it, right? Stop, pushing those that are, that are just way too old for the times, pushing them into power. So that's something to think about. Now, to the young people themselves, first of all, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. If young people keep telling themselves, oh, well, there's no way these people will allow young people to get power. Well, guess what? Because you believe that's what will happen. There's no way that we can take it. Well, there's no way you can take it because that's what you believe. That's what you think. So believe in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes to lead a nation, right? Believe that you have what it takes to lead. So I think that's the first thing, right? Believe in yourself. Number 2, educate yourself. A lot of young people today, we're not doing what it takes to prepare to be in that kind of a position of leadership. Again, how are you educating yourself? Are you reading up on, do you even know the history of Nigeria? How much of Nigerian history do you know? How much do you know about the complexities of our nation? So if you don't know some basic things like that, you're not educating yourself. So it's not a matter of going to school. That's not what I'm asking you to do. But you can educate yourself, learn history, see what is going on in the rest of the world. How are they doing things? That's part of the education, right? So if you don't educate yourself, you won't have what it takes to lead. Thirdly, organize yourselves. Organize yourselves for governance. Now, I'm not talking about organizing yourselves for paid protests, right? You have all these politicians that pay young people to go out and carry placards. Oh, and many of them, they don't care about what they are protesting for, but they've been paid to do it. So now, if you're listening to me here and you are a young person and you are someone who is enlightened, you're someone who is educated, organize yourselves. I mean, let's start thinking about that. In fact, go ahead, put in a comment here, say I am in. If you are ready to organize yourselves for governance, we have to start now. Now, a lot of young people, hey, again, even including me here, right? We are talking on social media, and young people are loud on social media. But when it's time for governance, we are not there. So can we take what is going on online here? Can we take it offline? Let everybody start coming together, have a vision for what, again, we want for the country, and go from there, right? So I think it's a problem all over the world, not just in Nigeria. All over the world, a lot of young people just, you want everything to be ideal, but you are not doing anything about it, right? And that will lead me to my next point: vote. A lot of young people don't vote. I mean, you don't vote. So what else? You will say, oh, well, it doesn't matter if I vote or not. These politicians, they rig it in the way they want to. Fine, you have a point. But what about you actually putting your vote first? Why don't you start from there? Right? Don't just be loud on social media. Actually go out and vote. So, and start organizing yourselves into smaller groups. Let everybody start coming together and say, okay, let's form into a group here. And let's start figuring out how we can transform the country. So don't just be loud on social media. Let's take it from online to offline, right? And that's how we can things can start moving, and young people can start taking power. You have the majority in terms of numbers. If all young people vote, you are the majority. You will overwhelm the terrible system that all these the older politicians have put in place, right? So, but you have to believe in yourself, educate yourself, organize yourselves for governance. Again, not for protests, not just for just riots. You shouldn't be like, oh, young people. They would you hear all these politicians. They say they would ask parents, warn your children not to go out, not to go fight. I mean, that's not, young people are more than this. You shouldn't you have intelligence, work on it, bring it, let your intelligence come out. And I also add, I mean, you look at the young people who are in power too in Nigeria today. Yeah, Bello, again, of Kogi State. I mean, you have to ask yourself, um some of the, again, what they are not demonstrating that they are competent for power. You have Dino Melaye. Again, he says 42. I don't even know how old he is now, but he says he's in his 40s. He's supposedly a young person, but we don't see these young people also are not demonstrating that they are capable. So this is going to take some. It's not about just asking for power. Give me power. Give us power. This is serious business, young people. Again, I will say it again. Believe in yourself. Educate yourself. Organize yourselves, right? And when you get power, any young person that watches this or gets into power at any point, you also demonstrate that you can show competence, because when you are competent, you will open the way for other young people. Then people will begin to say, oh, don't you see that young person in power? Don't you see how they are functioning? I think let's give more young people a chance, right? You can open the way. But if we continue to have young people in power, like, again, the folks I mentioned, and that are just maybe folks who they're just thugs who have power, no one would trust young people with power. So there's a lot to be done. It's more than just, again, social media. We can go from online, offline, right, and begin to build, organize in a way that you can take power, and have a meaningful impact in the country. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any comments, questions, please share below. Let's hear from you. Again, share this video with others. And again, this is not a matter of I disagree with you. I'll start cursing you out. You idiot. You this. No. You can disagree, but share your thoughts. Everyone doesn't have to think the same way. So share your thoughts. Let's have a conversation. And that's when we begin to stimulate our senses, and conversations like this begin to happen. That's when the country can move forward. Okay, so until next week, I will see you then. All right, take care.